All right, we are live. We are here in the last 15 minutes of our City of Skull campaign. Everyone, my name is Chris O'Neill. I'm the creator of MAZES Fantasy Role Playing and of City of Skull. I am the chief creative for Ninth Level Games and maker of a number of role playing games. We do a lot of fun stuff. This has been a fun campaign, so we're trying to do a little fun. Use some of the features that are available to us on our friends over at Backerkit, and I'm trying right now to just bring up that screen right now. All right, so here we are. We're right at the end. If you look here, absolutely amazing. 493 backers. We got 13 minutes left on the campaign, but we are currently on the backer train. So if someone backs it in front of the thing, it'll keep adding this time, and we go into what I believe is called overtime. And we'll see what happens. So going to use these last couple minutes of the campaign to talk to you about some different things going on with the campaign, where we're at, where we're going, what we're going to do next, and to reveal our final stretch goal, which we didn't actually get numbers up. That happened just at the last minute, but that's okay. We were prepared for that. Now I just need to find that picture, and I'll share it to you all right now. Let's just over here. The entire idea behind Mazes from the beginning was to create a rules light, low prep, ready to rock and roll, like a different way to play the fantasy role playing games that you already knew how to play. And City of Skull is extending that idea, saying, what if what would a world look like where adventuring is everything, where adventuring is adventuring is what we want to do as our full economy. Like, we're going down into the dungeon, we're going to get things done. What does that look like? What does everything do here? I'm trying to talk and scroll at the same time, and I'm failing because I'm very good at multi-failing, if you haven't noticed. Mazes for now. Well, let's start here. Let's start with some things that people want to see, and then we'll get around to it. So, our real goal with City of Skull was to create a campaign setting, a brand new world that would be exciting and interesting for people, give you a bunch of new rules for the Mazes Fantasy Role Playing, and hopefully, keep extending and getting more players on the train. So, the first reveal that I really want to show you did I close all that? That would suck. I super did. That's okay. Let me show you what we have here, which is we have gotten a final mock-up of the book and what we are going to be looking at with the beautiful, we've been showing some art from Vakla Trainer. He'll be on the Beyond City of Skull and a couple of other books. But the hardcover book's actual cover is going to be based on the amazing art of Justine Jones that you have all seen. And what I want to show you to start with is this absolutely incredible GIF image. This is our new baseline. This will be Group 2. All of our stuff. Start to get used to this Castle Grayskull-esque City of Skulls powered piece as we really start to show people what it looks like And this is the mock-up of the cover here in the 11th hour. As we get very near the end, 10 minutes left to go. 6 backers. 6 backers to hit 500. We have 1 backer on. We have 10 minutes to join them on the backer train. This is the new cover for City of Skull. This is probably what it's really going to look like. It's going to have this color scheme, this amazing art. It'll be silver instead of copper. The City of Skull, Mazes City of Skull, and the skull emblem here. One of the things that I was really focused on from the beginning was making sure that we were maintaining the line. One of the things that I think we've done a good job of is making sure that all of our books look like they all belong together. They belong in the same universe. And wanted to make sure that City of Skull was going to extend the Mazes line in. Even though it's a campaign book, kind of like older RPG stuff, the real goal and the push is it's also an extension to the rules. We're not making a clear line that just says, here are rules and here's the games. My expectation is if, the universe is willing, we keep going, we make another, that our next book will be similar, where there'll be another book. It'll look like the Mazes core, but it's going to take some new rules and some new directions. So that's a City of Skull. And, you do that a couple of times eventually, then you have enough content to say, okay, well, let's look at, an extended look and do a bigger piece. I'm super excited for this. Once we got this art from Justine, I really just kind of lost my mind, started thinking about different ways that we could do things. It really just, I think, says what it is that the project is all about. And there's so much going on in this picture. So you can see that there's the 3 moons that talks to one of the aspects. The dragons, which is another aspect. There's a skull with a key emblem and the ribbons. It's another aspect. There's obviously the treasure. There's a portal that's hanging. It takes the place of the door from Mazes. In the background, you see there are multiple ruins. Again, we harken back to the original Mazes with the key and the sword. And then, of course, the City of Skull image itself, the Castle Grayskull-esque gate. I love the little figures walking up the stairs into the lit piece, and you can see it's surrounded by mountains on one side and the waste on the other. It's just super evocative of what we're doing. The goal with kind of the art and everything else is to evoke this pulp idea. This, we're taking it into a different place, but also harkening back to that era of weird fantasy where you don't really know all the answers and things are going. And super excited to see where that's going to end up. And speaking of ending up, we are here in the last minutes. Oh, look at that. There's a whole bunch of people, 4 more backers on the train, doing some fun Backerkit stuff here right at the end. 4 more backers to 500, which is absolutely incredible. 500 backers was my heart goal the whole time. So let's see if we can get to that. So our secret stretch goal, I'll talk a little bit about that. I was looking for the image and I seem to have lost it. But that's okay. What we can do is I can actually just show you here. The actual secret stretch goal is this. It's called the door deck or the skull deck. It might have a different name by the time we're all done. But this is a in-world deck of cards that will be available for PMP. We'll probably put it up on drive-through as well if you want to get the actual cards. But they can be played. Some of the games can be played with regular deck of cards with some other changes. You just need 2 decks. It is a deck of cards that we've done some of the art trying out this idea by combining a bunch of art from an old French Art Deco tarot deck. And the idea is trying to evoke this feeling of, give you an idea of what it looks like to do things in the City of Skull. Since the City of Skull is a place where people live and people work, and adventuring is what people look towards and strive for. We're trying to push a little bit of that Old West feel, which also comes together around the Victorian period and some of those other pieces. Start talking about that. And so card games are a big part of the leisure life, both from a gambling point of view and from a just passing the time. So we've already developed a couple of games that you can play with this deck. In fact, at Origins, which shout out to all of my Origins peeps and all the people that came out and played Mazes, especially those that played Mazes till midnight. If you looked around, Patrick and I were literally playing these cards in the black light and messing around, working on some of these different game ideas. And so we already have a game called Follow Me, which is Uno-esque. There's a game called Pharaoh, which is based on the Old West game Pharaoh, which is a kind of a roulette-esque game where you're betting on the outcomes of cards, but you're getting to see the last cards that were played. There is a version of Euchre that you can play with this deck. There's a version of Hold'em, which is slightly different, but well enough that anyone could sit down and actually catch up and actually play. And a version of a game called Knock, which is sort of Tonk-esque. For those of you that have read the Black Company, it's kind of a betting rummy game. And there's a couple of other games that are based on some other tried and true all-time favorites, but they give you a new twist and a new fantasy flavor as they would be played by people. And then on top of it, the deck can be used as a divinatory piece. So when we make this deck and make it available, and of course, we'll have a character class, a cartomancer, a diviner who uses cards to get that information and to keep things running. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to actually playing, a card reader that is making their decisions based on 5 pathways, and on the 2 of Bones as a decision point, or the 4 of Doors, or the Grand Dragon, or the Archmage, or even La Morto, Death himself. All right, 3.5 minutes left to go. Pledge to keep the project going. We are moving into overtime at 51,259. Absolutely incredible. Super stoked. If you're watching this and you have a question, feel free to hit us up on the Facebook or the YouTubes. Either ways, it'll come in. It'll come in here. See what else I can show everybody. Things that would be interesting and exciting for the folks at home. One of the big things is if you are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, I will be there running the Mad Maze of the Murder Mage 2, which was a game that we ran last year at San Diego Comic-Con. It's where you, as members of the audience, get to come up and try your hand at a super deadly dungeon that uses kind of a little slightly faster version of mazes. we're working on that right now. Super into what's happening there. Another real fun thing, that's something that came up, and it came up during Origins. Was we got to introduce everyone to our collaboration with Dwarven Forge, and on Dwarven Forge's website, you can actually buy this stuff or just get the list of what you need to make it if you're already a Dwarven Forge guy. If you're a Dwarven Forger, this is a completely available set that you can get from them. It allows you to be able to, we had this set up in our booth, and we had people come by, and someone's come in. We're at 497. Someone just caught in and got on the train, and now we're officially in overtime. This is cool. This is a super new feature from Backerkit, and for those. The campaign doesn't end until everyone stops. So that's exciting. We were just about to be done, and someone came in and pledged, and we are now in overtime mode, as it's telling me. This project will continue as long as pledges keep coming in. Let's switch back to that so I can share that part to everybody. Yeah, right down here we are. In overtime mode. Little fire. We're on fire. Join the last 4 people here on the Backer train. I see at least one of them is Games and Stuff, our friends in Baltimore. One of the things that you can do is we haven't had it open during this, but if you just like to watch the train keep going, you can just back at $1. You can buy a ticket to get on the train. So we talked about our sponsorship and our collaboration with Dwarven Forge. We're also doing a collaboration with our good buddies over at Vast Grim. Vast Grim's, they just finished their campaign for their sci-fi art punk RPG, Vast Grim. These are new adventures for that. But if you back both the Vast Grim Horned and the 9th level games City of Skull, and about 1 in 10 of you did, you will be receiving a special badge made in the style of both games. A little art punky, a little crazy, very exciting. 11% also backed that project. Yeah, and we started to think about the full things and everything that's available in the project. We got coins coming. We got Legacy of the Dungeon #1 Prison Tomb. We got Dungeon Magic doing a tape. City of Skull. Beyond the City of Skull. And now the deck, the card games. We're going to go back. We're going to do an update to the Mazes backpack at some point soon. We have this amazing Maze controller screen coming. This I'm super excited about, especially because it's going to feature this new Justine Jones. art. We went through and did some stretch goals. We have some digital supplements that'll be coming out. Everyone that backed this is going to get a free alchemy module to allow them to play mazes with alchemy. We're adding an adventure to the maze controller screen, which is exciting. It may or may not be related to the Dwarven Forge piece. We're going to give out a free digital adventure called Prophecy of the Blacklight Archive. This is one of our Blacklight series that has really cool character sheets. So you can play it under a blacklight and everything you can see, and it's really exciting. We are going to buy more art for the books. We've already included 3 artists. We're going to go back to the well and get more art from those 3 artists. We're going to add to Prophecy of the Blacklight Art Dragon's Eye, which is the second in that Blacklight sequence. We're going to add silver embossing to the screen. And as I said, our 50,000 goal, which is the deck, will be the last one. And we will be sharing that. All right. 4 minutes left. 3 backers away. Are we going to get one more here in overtime mode? I don't know. I do know that I needed to stop and drink some water there because there comes a point where you forget that you're talking, which is hard for me to do because I sure like talking. One of the big things that I'm working on right now here in the home office is making characters that will be part of our San Diego Comic-Con and Gen Con displays, things you'll be able to see. Gen Con is only a few weeks away. I know that's insane. Just saying that just doesn't make any sense. Origins just happened. And I kind of think of the year as starting at Origins and ending at Origins. So this new year, we're going into a new gaming year. Really exciting. One of the big things that came out of Origins was us talking about. Oh, we got another backer. We got 2 more backers actually. $4.99. 10 minutes left on the train. That's fun. Those are people that would have been sending me an email saying, "Hey, I just missed it." Thanks, Backerkit. One of the big things that came out of the Origins is we got to test Thunder Road Vendetta, our newest the newest game coming from our collaborations with Restoration Games. Very, very exciting. We got to watch a lot of mazes and talk a lot with some of the mazes designers, people that are doing things with City of Skull, people that are doing things with some of our other properties. But if you were at Origins, you could have seen that we had this big setup, this Dwarven Forge setup, and we had a game running that was like a continuous game going and going. And so we'll be doing that again at all the shows this year. But we're going to kind of speed it up a little bit and add these rad cards. So we've been working on that, and I think that's really exciting. And I want people to be, I want people to come up and be like, "Hey, I just grabbed the card and I got to play." And we're hoping to do some more exciting things with that in the future. So now I'm really excited about this idea that we're going to hit 500 people. So with a late straggler. Then I just went and found all those pictures I was looking for, because that's how that works. Oh, and now we just hit it. 500 backers. Amazing. Man, super rad, super exciting. What a cool feature. I'm gonna have to give the big my big that's a super fun way of coming in here in the final minutes and stretching over. Because this is a existing campaign for a number of different things. I think that it was easy to kind of forget that there's a lot of creative people that are doing really interesting work and they're getting this done. Big one of them is Patrick Clapp. Super excited to get Patrick to really focus and flex his muscles. We're going to look at some new, get some other people involved here in under the Mazes grouping. And if you at home are interested and you're excited, one of the goals that we had when we first set out with City of Skull was to say, how can we involve more people in the creation process? How can we keep the process and the world kind of open and exciting? And part of that is by opening the world up. And so we're in the early stages of figuring out what that's going to look like. But our goal, we got some more people getting in on the train. The train's heating up, folks. We're at 502 backers. Crazy. There are currently 9 people on the train. I want like a big train signal. I wonder if I can do that. Let's see if I can. No. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe we get a little closer. Zoom it in there. All right. Now you're all watching it like I am. Maybe. The Brandon just joined the train. Yeah, man, I super love getting on the train. I think it's a great idea. To talk about the train, like we're getting on there. We're working with some people to try to create a structure that will allow fans at home to create content for the City of Skull and all that. And that content isn't just adventures and digital adventures. So you'll be able to create art. You'll be able to create stories. You'll be able to create adventure material. You'll be able to create music, card games, any of those things, and say that it's part of the City of Skull. I think we've gotten enough excitement here that we're going to be able to come through on that, which I'm really excited about now. When we first launched the project, I was like, well, okay, we'll see if we got another backer on the train. Keep it going. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, this is just fun. I want people when they're playing in the City of Skull and creating adventures in the City of Skull to think that they can be part of creating the world that it exists in. Purposely, we're trying to keep things as defining baseline information so that you have enough information to play a game, but not doing so much information that you're stopping people from playing. The weight of canon, which is something that hey guys, in case anybody was wondering, Bronny James was just drafted by the Lakers, so very important. Very important for those that follow the basketball. If you don't follow the basketball, and instead what you would like to do is follow along here. If you're coming in, you can know that we are on the Backer train. There are currently 11 people on the Backer train. As long as the Backer train keeps going, we will keep the campaign running. It's been a really kind of exciting last couple of minutes as people have jumped on at the last minute, jumped onto the train, kept the train rolling, and kept the backers coming. Very important. Don't click the video that's a few seconds before now on your piece, because that's very that's awkward. So if anyone has a question, now's your time to ask, because we are still we're still rolling on the Backer train. If you have any feedback about the Backer train itself, let me know, and I'll let Backerkit know, because it's the first time I've really been a part of it. I knew it was a feature that they had recently added, but it was the first time I got to see it in action, and I'm pretty stoked by it. Yeah, somebody getting on the train. Join 12 other people on the Backer train. Madness. That's what it is. Pure, unadulterated madness. My guess is that most of those people, are just people that are coming in because they got the message and they checked it out. One of the hardest things for any fantasy role-playing game to do these days is to find its market, find new people to show it to people, new people to talk to about it. The explosion of crowdfunding has created a different kind of market. Excuse me, a different kind of market to play in, a different kind of world to play in, where you can get people just interested and excited in what you're doing and see what happens. Maddie McAllister just asked a question, which is, Chris, do you have any advice for people who are new to gaming on how to get involved? It's overwhelming. Yeah, that I get that. It is super overwhelming, especially these days. It just seems that there's a million different games out there and there's a million different groups. But the best way to get, I think, involved is through either your local store or your local convention. Is the easiest way to really get kind of deep in there, because both of them are filled with people that really want to create an environment that is safe and secure, where people get together and they're really focused on having a good time. My suggestion is always the same, which is say yes to the game. If it sounds interesting, say yes. Sit down at a game that you never played before. Sit down at a session that you never gamed before. If there's a local store and they're running something like Free RPG Day is a great day to just go and sit down and play a game that you've never played before, with people you've never played before, and that can really create an opportunity to see new things. In this year's Free RPG Day, and it will be available soon on our website, ninthlevel.com, is our no prep mazes, and now this year was Return to Dark Tower. They're both mazes compatible. It requires that you have you don't have to know anything about our games. You have to know anything about role-playing in general. It will literally walk you through step by step. If you can get them from the local game stores that had them for free RPG Day, they literally. I'm looking over to the side to see if I have one close. I should, but I don't. They literally rip the pages off and let you see, teach you how to play as you're going through. Or if you can just get the printouts from our website, you can print it out and you follow step by step, and that's a great way to start as well. And then if none of those things are working for you, the next best way is to seek out an online community where they're playing some kind of online game. But I think for most people, what you want to do is you want to find a local game store and try to find the games that are going on. And as Patrick has pointed out to me, last year's No Prep is available on drive-through, not just our website, for nothing. This year's will also be available on drive-through. So a lot of things are available on drive-through from Free RPG Day, and that's actually a good tag. You can actually just search Free RPG Day on drive-through, and there's games other than the fine games from 9th level games. 6 minutes left. Is this it? Has the backer train come? Oh, 5 minutes left. Has the backer train come to an end? I'm super. Is the station ahead? That's the question. Are we coming into the station? One of the biggest things that we've been doing inside the city of Skull is trying to make sure that everything that we do, just like with mazes and everything else, is that the game experience is the same no matter how you play it. So if you play it at a table, if you play it online, if you play it through the Alchemy VTT, if you play it, at a convention, if you play it in a campaign, you're going to get the same experience. And part of that, to do that, is by making sure that we aren't creating too many trails and too many different situations where it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Do you have this piece and did you buy that thing? And trying to leverage that with the idea of creating a game that has levers that you as a maze controller or you as a gamer can pull to keep things interesting and keep things fresh. And I think City of Skull is going to go a long way to boosting what mazes already did well. Take the things that you do well and do them better. It's one of the leading ideas that I use as a person. Comes from the Strengths Finder material. It's better to spend your time getting better at the things that you do well. It takes 10 times the amount of time to try to get better at things that you don't do well. And so making sure that what we're making is, not breaking those intentional pieces, but keeps giving us all of that good old school flavor, all of that good new school play. And I think what we're bringing to it is something a little bit different, which is thinking about it from the inside, from the in-world space. We 3 minutes left, 505 backers. It's been a super. The pledges keep coming. The train keeps rolling. It's been very, very cool. Over the next couple of years, since we're kind of talking, got to do a really good conversation piece, which is getting the people involved. Our focus is really on getting more and more players involved. Get people playing both at the local and at a larger level, and trying to find ways to introduce more and more people to play. We know that it's hard for people to jump in to do things that they've never done before, and trying to make things as clean and as simple as possible. So hopefully for new players, we will see them at events where they're taking our games so that we can't be there, and rolling a die and having a great time. Because there's nothing I find more exciting than watching someone get really excited playing one of our games. So for all of you that have backed this project, for all of you that have backed many of our projects that are part of the ninth level community, thank you. You can find us everywhere at ninth level games. You can always find us on Discord. That's where the kids like to hang out these days, I've been told. Coming up soon, we will be at San Diego Comic-Con. We will be at Gen Con. And we will be at Gamehole Con. And we will be at Grand Con. And we will be at other places called Con. And if we're not going to be at your con, and are not going to be near you, reach out to us. Let us know. If you have a game store and you're looking for ninth level to come and run games there, let us know. Send us an email. If you have a game con and you would like us to be guests, reach out. We're going to be at so many different cons this year because someone at that con said, "Hey, would you come?" We said, "Yeah, that'd be great. That sounds fun." We're going to be at Granite State Con. We're going to be at PAX Unplugged. I said Grand Con. Gamehole Con. I said those. Granite State Comic Con. I just said that one. We're going to be at Too Many Games in Oaks, Pennsylvania, literally this weekend. So if you're in the Philadelphia suburb,
Gen Con.
Somebody just picked us up on the train last seconds. This is super, super exciting. I can't wait. I'm going to keep watching the train. I have to go eat a burger or I'm going to pass out. But I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm so excited that you're a part of this. And I wonder how long this can go. It's up to you. Everyone, thank you. Be brave and enjoy Mazes.